نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا ومن يضلل فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. I wanted to talk about subject that is happening right now in the world. I was just watching the news about how Donald Trump imposed a ban banning Muslims from coming to America, and I believe some of these countries includes Iran, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Somalia, and Sudan, Libya. I was just watching the news about that, and I was also watching the news in regards to how some Muslims were being detained because of that. So basically, as soon as Donald Trump imposed that ban, automatically people who were actually at certain airports across the world were not even allowed to enter the flight that were bound to go to the US. Now, I just wanted to respond to that, and I just wanted to share, I believe, my opinion, right, in regards to what I think about this whole subject. Now, for those who don't know, I live in Canada. I live in Toronto, Canada, right? And in Toronto, there's a lot of Muslims here. You know, there's a vast amount of Muslims living here from different parts of the world, right? Now, I personally believe that preventing Muslims from coming here is actually a good thing. The reason why I say it's a good thing is because a lot of the Muslims that I meet nowadays here in Canada, in Toronto, and even some Muslims in Edmonton, because sometimes I spend some time in Edmonton as well. What I find is a lot of the Muslims nowadays, you know, when they come to Canada, a lot of them they leave Islam. First of all, some of them they leave Islam, and some of them I see them they're not doing the obligation towards preaching about Tawheed to the non-Muslims, give them dawah. A lot of them a lot of the Muslim men I see they shave. I see a lot of the Muslim women, you know, they wear hijab, or they wear the tightest pants ever. And when a Muslim woman does that, she's basically making a mockery of the hijab. So I see that a lot of the Muslims, when they come to Canada or US or whatever, they start copying the Muslims. Copying the kuffars, the Jews and the Christians. So what pisses me off the most is when I see Muslims being pissed off about the fact that Donald Trump is imposing this ban on Muslims coming to America. I personally believe that Muslims coming to America is not a good idea, especially in a time when Muslims are being attacked in the US. I was just reading how there was a Muslim lady who works for Delta Airlines, and some guy attacked her And we see what happened with the three Palestinian. I believe it was a year ago or something like that, when they were killed by some guy who, he went out there and he killed those three Palestinians. And we see Muslims, like we see masjids being attacked, being bombed in the U.S. So I personally believe that the U.S. is not even a good place for Muslims to be safe. So for them to beg to come to America is to me, it's like you are basically, it's degrading. I mean, one of the main reasons why as Muslims we are weak is because a lot of us nowadays, we don't have any respect for ourselves. A lot of us are dying to come to America. For what? America is a place that they're doing a lot of bad things to Muslims. The American government at this time is pledging war against Islamic Muslims. So for Muslims to come to America for a better life, a lot of them, they end up leaving Islam and start adapting to the kuffar way of life. So, and we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is really in control of things. These kuffar they plan, but Allah also has a plan. Allah is the best of planners, right? So because Allah is the best of planners, everything happens by the will of Allah. So if Allah hadn't willed it, Donald Trump will not be able to implement this ban. So I believe that this is him doing that is a test amongst Muslims. It's a test. Because why would you cry to come to America? Why? I mean, I understand that there's a lot, right now there's war right now in places like Syria, Iraq, Yemen, I know right now it's a tough time for the Ummah. The Ummah is bleeding. But I remember a statement that Malcolm X said, Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz, may Allah be pleased with him. He said that the price of freedom is death. So in my opinion, I believe that it is better for a Muslim, even though the Russian and the